morning. Hello, Wild Indian Roots. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Another amazing day of morning flow. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Wednesday's morning flow class. I am your host, Dr. Erica Steele. And we are going to get started. Morning flow is just a way to set your intention for the day. It is 15 minutes of movement, 15 minutes of meditation, 15 minutes of journaling, and then lastly, the last 15 minutes of planning your day. Just a way that we do to get started and set our intentions for the day. So we're going to start with a little bit of movement. So if you want to join me or watch and lurk, whichever you prefer. Oh, good morning, good morning. Big inhale and exhale. Big inhale and exhale. Big inhale and exhale. One last time, big inhale and exhale. Very good. Right side only. Big inhale out. Reach up, reach up, reach up. And exhale down. Left side. Reach up, reach up, reach up. And exhale down. Right side again. Big inhale. Reach up, reach up, reach up. And exhale down. Left side. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Very good. Both sides. Big inhale. Exhale. Right. Very good. Big inhale. And exhale. Go ahead and shoulder roll. We're going to go forward and back. So inhale forward. And we're just going to keep moving it forward for a few minutes. Hello, Nino Brown. Good to see you. And go ahead and inhale back. Very good. Amazing. And forward. And back. Very good. I've got my one, I'm tapping on this other one. All right, very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to really focus on our abdomen today. I really love working on abs just to build that core, because everything really begins and ends from our core. So if we have a weak core, naturally we're going to have, pain in our low back. We're going to have pain in our upper back. Our bodies are not going to feel very good. Hello, welcome, Morpheus. So what we really want to do is work on this core, and we can do it pretty passively with a very active component. So we're going to go ahead and focus all of our energy onto our abs. We're going to imagine that there's a zipper starting at the very, very bottom of your body, and then go ahead and zip all the way up. Contract your abs as you're zipping, buttoning that belly button to your spine, imagining that there is a rubber band or a corset, whichever you prefer, wrapped around your midsection, contracting, and you want to pull that in, pull that in, pull it in even more, and now you want to hold your abs for 1, 2, 3, 4, I love those. 5. It's like balloons happen like out of nowhere randomly. I absolutely love it. All right, and release. We're going to do that 4 more times. Big inhale. Go ahead and zip up. Contracting, buttoning your belly button to your spine. Imagining, hey, Quit Sally. Imagining that there's a rubber band wrapped around your midsection. Go ahead and pull your abs in, pull your abs in, pull your abs in, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, we're going to get 3 more times. Go ahead and find that zipper, zipping your belly all the way in, pulling it all the way in as you zip, buttoning that belly button to your spine, imagining there's this large corset wrapped around, contracting, and you're going to pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, 2 more times. Go ahead and release. Now find that zipper. Big inhale. Zip all the way up, buttoning that belly button to your spine. Imagine that corset wrapped around, pulling it all in, pulling it all in, pulling it all in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Go ahead and relax, release. We're going to do one more time, pulling everything in with our abs. Go ahead and zip that zipper one last time, nice and tight, buttoning the belly button to the spine, imagining that there is a corset wrapped around, pulling everything in, pulling everything in, pulling everything in. And now we're going to hold that pull in for 1, 2, 3, I love it, 4 and 5. I don't know what, I absolutely love the balloons. I can't even tell you. I don't know where they happen, how they happen, any of that, but like they're amazing. Okay, so if somebody's sending them, thank you. I love the balloons. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and relax. So holding our core in and keeping that contraction throughout the day is really critical, especially if we're sitting behind a computer for a long time or we're driving. We want to keep that core nice and strong, nice and tight, because it's going to help support our low back, right? So if you have low back challenges or even mid back challenges, we really want to work on building that core, because the muscles work on a push-pull lever system. And so if your front side is weak, your back side is going to take the brunt of it, and vice versa. So we're really going to work in building that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and bring our right knee up to our chest. Nice inhale here, nice and gentle, and release. Bring it in and release. Bring it in and release. Bring it in and release. Very good. Other side. Bring it in and release. Bring it in and release. Bring it in and release. Very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go from a sitting to a standing position. So we're going to do this intentionally, as we do every single day. So we're going to have our feet about hip width apart. Our balls of our feet are going to be firmly planted, because that's actually where the shift of weight is going to happen. Our toes are just there as a guide. We're going to contract our abs, so go ahead and zip your abs up, buttoning that belly button to your spine, imagining that corset. We're going to contract our glutes. We're going to contract our quads and our hamstrings as we shift from a seated to a standing position, really allowing our center of balance, our center of gravity, to pull us up. So we're going to imagine that there's a piece of string almost on our chest pulling us up as we do this, as we come from that seating to that standing position. Very intentional here. All right, big inhale. And then we're going to lift up, okay? So contracting those glutes, contracting those quads, keeping that ab nice and tight. Keep it in, pull it in as we lift up. Very good, very good, very good. Nice. All right, so now that we are up, let's go ahead and warm those calves up. Usually we do those last, but let's go ahead and warm them up. Right now, up and down, and up and down. Hello, and up. Hello, roller girl, and down. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see, so I have to get close. And up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Hopefully my boobies are in, and down, and up, and down. Really cute nightie from the TikTok shop, just FYI. Shameless plug there. And up and down. All right, go ahead and bring your focus to your right side, putting your weight on your left. If you need something to help keep that balance, we're going to do just our quad stretch here, and hold for 1, 2, 3. I love the balloons. 4 and 5. I have no idea where those balloons come from, but I love them. Okay. I did like a whole photo shoot with balloons. Like, I love balloons. All right, left side. Go ahead and grab your foot and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Make sure when we do this too, you're still keeping your abs nice and in, nice and tight as we're doing this, right? So now we're going to work on our hamstrings. I'm going to turn to the side. So again, right, when we're bringing our abs in, we're zipping here. So we're zipping it up. We're buttoning our belly button to our spine. We're imagining that there's that corset wrapped around, and then we pull in, pull in, pull in. So notice the difference, right? And then we're holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's going to get all of that our inner. So this is when I'm relaxing, right? And so this is when I'm zipping. So I'm going to go ahead and zip up, right? Buttoning that belly button to the spine, pulling us in, pulling us in, pulling us in, and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So just so you kind of get the visual, because usually I'm sitting down when we do that. All right, so go ahead. We're going to work on our hamstrings. Go ahead and, so my pelvis loves to do one of these numbers, right? I'm sitting down a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm really be conscious to pull my pelvis in when I do this, right? So inhale, nice and tall, really pulling everything in, right? And then I'm going to hinge forward. And then I'm going to hold this hinge, still keeping those abs nice and in, right? Keeping them contracted, pulling everything in and holding for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm going to go ahead and exhale. Allow myself to fold forward, shaking my head yes, shaking my head no, and then just allowing myself to relax. And now I'm going to roll up my abs, vertebra by vertebra, really trying to connect with every aspect, making sure my shoulders and my head are the last to roll down. All right, now we're going to switch sides, do that on the other side. Again, when we're working here with our abs, we're going to bring everything in. So we're going to zip everything in, buttoning that belly button to the spine. Imagine that there's that corset wrapped around. When I hinge, so I'm going to inhale, and then I'm going to hinge forward, right? So notice I'm tucking, hinge forward, right? Arms out. Very good. And hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and exhale all the way down like a rag doll. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Very good. Just relax. Get those hamstrings nice and stretched. And now I'm going to roll forward, or I'm going to roll my vertebra by vertebra, each and every one, making sure my shoulders and my head are last. Very good. And coming back to center. Okay, so now I'm going to put my weight on my left leg. Right arm nice and straight, and we're gonna go here. We're gonna crunch again. So bringing everything in, imagining that corset wrapped around, pulling you in, right? And now up arm, right? And we're gonna bring our elbow to our knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Other side, right? So we're going to switch our weight to our right leg, right? Left arm nice and straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very good. Go ahead and relax. Big inhale up. And exhale down. Nice. All done, all done, all done. Hello, it's me, Lee. Good to see you this morning. Yay. So we just finished our movement portion of our morning flow. So we moved our bodies, especially working our abs. It's so important, especially if you're sitting all day, to get your abs nice and contracted, pulling it all in, keeping it strong, super important. It's me, Lee. Definitely knows all about that. So if you want some cute fitness tips, please follow her. She puts out some amazing mindfulness and fitness content really to help support your wellness journey. All right, here we go. So now we're going to move into the meditation portion. We're working with a prosperity meditation from Kundalini Yoga. So Kundalini is a different form of yoga. So I'm trained in all different types of yoga, but from Ashtanga to Iyengar, Hatha, all sorts of things. I've done lots of trainings in these. And so one of the types of yoga that I love is Kundalini. And it really combines mantra with movement or mudra, right? And breath. And so we're going to combine these three and really create magic. It's been studied in neuroscience as well, this particular form of yoga, where they have actually studied the brain and studied the QEEG maps. I've actually done that personally with myself when doing different Kundalini. So I know, it's just an amazing benefit. So we don't know exactly how it all works, but we do know that it works. And so why question it, right? Thank you so much. It's Miss Lee. I appreciate you. So we're going to work on this. So if you're new to this particular practice, I'll walk you through. It's going to be about 5 minutes. The first part, though, is me tuning us in. So in Kundalini, there is a tune in that allows us to connect to higher self, source, etc. So it really adds more of the kind of completion and the spiritual component to it. So I'm going to tune us in and give us a mantra for protection, right? And then once we do that, eyes are going to close. They're going to be closed the entire time, but close a tiny little slit, like a little 10% slit, and we're going to look at the tip of our nose. Our mantra is going to be heart, 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 heart. So remember our abdomen, right? So I'm going to show this to you. So when we do heart, 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 right? So we're bringing our abs in and out as we're doing that. Heart, 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 right? Our mudra is going to be like this, right? So our hand position, boom, boom, right? So we're going to go heart, hand position, right, for 5 minutes. All right, here we go. I'm going to tune us in. Big inhale. Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo Guru Dev Namo Namo Guru Dev Namo Ad Kudename Jugad Kudename Sad Kudename Sidkude Vedame Ad Kudename Jugad Kudename Sad Kudename Sidkude Vedame Ad Kudename Jugad Kudename Sad Kudename Sidkude Vedame All right, that was our tune-in. Done. Check it off the list. Now we're going to work on our actual meditation. So big inhale and begin. Heart, 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 heart. I'll keep the time for us. You just keep going with your hearts. Focus on your mudra and your mantra. I'll keep the time. Heart, 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 heart. Keep going. About halfway there. Really pulling that belly button into the spine, allowing that power of our solar plexus, the self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation, knowing that you are worthy because you are. You are worthy because you are, not because of anything that you're doing or achieving, but just because you have life. So continue in. Heart, 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 heart. Last minute. Keep it up. You are so powerful. You can do anything for a minute. Come on. You got this. Keep it going. You got this. Nice and powerful, nice and strong, bringing in abundance, prosperity, all the good things, making the impossible possible because you are creation. You are joy. You are love. Continue in for those last 30 seconds. You got this. Heart, 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 heart. Big inhale, hold at the top. Hold. Suck in a little more air. And a little more air. And a little more air. Root lock. Go ahead and lock your anus, your sex organs, your belly button to your spine. Hold, 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 hold. And controlled release. Control, very controlled, very controlled. Just relax, releasing out all of your breath, getting it to empty. Go ahead and bring your hands into a cup, imagining all the impossible things, all the abundant things, all of your blessings, your gifts, which are your birthright, by the way. Just because you are alive, they are yours. Imagining all of the prosperity, abundance, joy, happiness, all the things you want coming into your hands. And release. There we go. So that is our meditation portion. There is two types of meditations. There's an active one and a passive one. Passive meditations are more where we kind of relax and just kind of, allow our minds to do what we do in breath, whereas active meditations like the one that we did are actually for a purpose. So this one is to bring in prosperity, wealth, abundance, and it really works, by the way. Anytime that I need money, I'm talking like cash, right? Not just like figurative abundance, but like actual cash. I do this every single day. And 5 minutes, really 3 minutes. You can do it as little as 3, as long as 11, and very powerful. So we meet in the middle sweet spot at 5 minutes. So, all right, now we're going to go into our journal portion of our morning flow. So go ahead and grab your journals. So this is where we really work with this prompt of who am I, because we get to create ourselves and recreate ourselves every single day. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to start to actually create ourselves in the day. So I'm going to go ahead and meditate just for a couple minutes. I'm going to pull my 3 words. I encourage you to do the same. So we're just going to take a few minutes. Big inhale. I always get this. Beautiful. Prosperity, abundance, and joy. I will take it. So I'm going to take my journal and I'm going to write down my 3 words. Prosperity, abundance, and today I got joy. I think it's because of all the balloons, honestly. Nothing brings me more joy than seeing the balloons come up on my screen. Call me simple. All right, here we go. So we are going to go in, and so technically what you're going to do is actually journal and script. So scripting is a really powerful tool to change your mind pretty much. So I typically recommend people to have 2 journals, a trash journal and a treasure journal. The trash journal is for all those trashy thoughts. It's for the negativity. It's for the drama. It's for the anger, the frustration, the WTFs. It's for all of that, right? That's your trash journal. Once it gets filled, it's not really meant to go back and read it. Once it gets filled, you either burn it, throw it away, do whatever with it. Try not to litter, please. But, throw it away. And, with that, we just kind of take the trash out, those negative thought patterns. And that's the part keeping a mental diet. So we really want to keep a mental diet and maintain our, positive mental thought process regardless of what's going on. Faith is certainty without logic and suspending disbelief. So we're going to ignore our current reality that it exists, not in a delusional way, but more so we want to create our new reality with our scripting. So who am I today? I'm prosperous, I'm abundance, and I'm joyful. That's who I choose to be today, right? So I have a choice in who I get to be. I can detach from people, places, situations, circumstances, and events external from me because I don't want to give my power away. I want to retain my power because I'm worthy, because I am. I'm allowed to have my feelings. I'm allowed to have my thoughts, and I'm allowed to have my personal power. And so I'm going to hold on to my personal power to create, to manifest, and I'm going to do that with my journaling. So we're going to connect with the word of prosperity first, or whatever your first word is. You can borrow mine or you can use another one. So I'm going to just take a deep breath. All right, so my prosperity for today is real abundance, real joy, but it's fruitful, right? So it's always continuous. Prosperity is just this ever-ending overflow of energy, right? But not in an overwhelming way, in a real calm, secure way. I'm worthy, I'm ready, I can hold on to this container. I'm holding on to this container of prosperity, of joy, and I'm actually really excited, right? So this prosperous and abundant container I'm holding on to, and it's overflowing, right? My container is overflowing with joy, with peace, with friendships, with connections, with opportunities, with possibilities that I don't even see yet, right? I am so grateful and so trusting and so faith-filled in the universe that I'm accepting of opportunities that I don't even see yet. I'm calling them all into me, and I'm asking exponentially for them to create and manifest bound. So I'm just continuing to see replication, abundance. I'm seeing tons and tons of people, places, situations, circumstances, and events all around me, encouraging me, supporting me in my mission to bring holistic medicine, the true holistic medicine to the world, so I can see that prosperity, I can see that abundance, and I can see my joy in that. I really am very joyful in the practice of holistic medicine and want to bring that to the world, as I have for the last 20 years, but now really just unleashing it. So I see the overflow, I see the expansion, right? I see the empire building, I see the connection, I see the household name, I see that, right? And I'm going to allow that into me, right? And feel the joy of having achieved and having accomplished, because this is my birthright, right? This prosperity and this abundance is my birthright. My ancestors fought, died, and are now incarnated within me to command, right, from the universe to receive all the things that are mine and my bloodlines, because I am here to change generational curses, change generational trauma, and begin to move forward in future generations as a empowered Black Afro-Indigenous woman, bringing holistic medicine, that is true, to the world. So taking a deep breath here. So that's what would be my scripting, right? And so you see, as you journal, right, and you write these things out, right, you write out what your creation is, whatever it is that you want to create for yourself, for your life, for the day. You have the power to choose whatever it is that you want to create each and every moment. I think we forget about that, and we end up giving our power away prematurely. So we don't want to give our power away prematurely. Instead, we want to hold on to our power, retain our power, and we want to watch it build. We want to watch this overflow happen. And if we feel overwhelmed by more and by abundance, we're just going to breathe. We're going to relax. We're going to come back to our center. We're going to come back to our personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation, and just remember who the F we are, right? Because a lot of it is us forgetting how powerful we really are. And if we remember how powerful we are and we retain our power, so let's go ahead and call our power back from all those people that have either taken it or that we've given it away from. So big inhale here. I give myself permission to call back my power from all those, right, who I have either willfully given to or it has been taken from. I'm going to connect and bring my power back to myself, holding on to my power, holding on to my peace, holding on to my prosperity, holding on to my abundance, right, holding on to my birthright, because it is mine, because it is mine, because it is mine, right? So I'm going to hold on to that energy. I'm going to connect with that, right? I'm going to be with that. Hello, Sumu. Hello, not a hooker. Definitely not. Powerful being. Not giving my power away. Holding on to my power. Retaining my power. Bringing it back in to self. In that personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation, otherwise known as my third chakra, right? Right, in my abdomen, but knowing that my root chakra, right, my right to be, my second chakra, my right to have, right, my creative center, my manifestation connected to my throat chakra, right, being able to speak into existence, speak into reality what is mine, right, calling in the universe to come to me, and then really holding on to that power in that solar plexus, right, as I'm working with that energy of expansion, working with that energy of abundance, right? And I'm creating that, right? I'm alchemizing that energy, right? So, I love it. Last little bits of journaling that you may need to do here. In this question of who am I, so who do you choose to be every single day? We create ourselves in morning flow every single day. So we get to choose at the beginning of the day how we choose to be. Each day, each and every day, we reset it, right? So at the end, I don't do an evening flow class, but if I did, we would reflect at the end of the day. The end of the evening flow is really to recap what we've accomplished, what we haven't accomplished, and our gratitude for the day. There we go. Connecting in. Lovely. All right, so now finish up your last little bits of journaling. And if you're just joining in, we're on the third part of Morning Flow. Welcome into Morning Flow, where we really combine movement, right, with meditation, journaling, and then we plan our day to launch out and make sure that our day is prosperous, abundant, and joyful. That's what we created today. We can create anything we want each and every day, but that's what we created today. At least I created. We don't know what you created. Definitely put in the comments what you created. All right, so now we're going to move into the planning of our day. So if you've never planned your day with me, I'm going to walk you through. It's a structure of planning your day. So first things first, everything, all the tasks that you have on your brain, all the thoughts and all that stuff, just go ahead and data dump it right in your journal. So anything, just write it all down, whatever you got going on. You really need to get that gas tank empty. So a lot of times I have so many things I have to do, and it can be overwhelming. So the first thing I do is I just get it all out on a piece of paper. You can have a running task list, or kind of like your master task list, or you can do it every single day. I like to have a running task list because, quite frankly, I don't get everything accomplished in my day, but I really focus on 3 to 5 main tasks every single day to get accomplished. They're changing every day. There's some standard ones that we do every day, but in terms of projects and things like that. So first things first, get it all out on paper, and then you're going to create your buckets. So you're going to have a health bucket, you're going to have a work bucket, you're going to have a family bucket, you're going to have maybe a career bucket or a money bucket or whatever. All the little buckets of your life, right, that make up your life. You're going to go ahead and put your tasks in each one of those buckets. So we're going to organize them. So instead of this kind of chaotic list of things, hello, personality pins and gifts, instead of that, what we're going to do is we're going to have more of an organized approach. So go ahead and put all your tasks in and then assign the buckets, right? And as you assign the buckets, we're going to get really aware of our self bucket, what we need to do for ourselves. And the first thing we're going to do with our schedule. Oh, I should also say too, if you want a download of kind of this, I do have a download in the link in my bio that kind of goes over, your day planning. It's a PDF printout. You can print it out and you can set up your day with that. Super easy. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to put in is what we need for ourselves. So our food and our breaks. So we're going to put our meals in there, breakfast, lunch, dinner, our meal prep, our meal plan, our meal eating is all going to go into our plan because we have to make sure we fuel ourselves properly. We want to put our water in there, how we're going to get that. And we're going to put our breaks because, we're not going to be just workhorsing it. We're going to be in flow. So let's go ahead and assign to our time when we're going to eat, what we're going to eat, right? If you don't know what you're going to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack, before you leave the house, you're doomed. You're not going to get healthy food, I promise. You're going to starve yourself out, your blood sugar is going to drop, and then you're going to reach for God only knows what. So we're going to be prepared because we are proactive instead of reactive here in my world anyway. So, and I'm teaching you to be proactive instead of reactive. The more that we do these things, right? Hello, Eagle 3. The more that we work on proactivity, the more that we retrain our nervous system, right? And then the more that we're observing. We don't have to attend every single drama that we are invited to. We can actually choose, right, to be more proactive instead of reactive. And so doing things like this help us, right? So we put our food in there, right? We put our breaks in there. And now we're going to look at either our work bucket or our family bucket, right? We probably will have to do, both, right? But we want to put our work in there. And we also want to make sure we have breaks. With our work or with our family, we usually have about 3 to 5 tasks that we have to accomplish, whether with our work, it's some, tasks that we have to complete with our work. So like, for instance, for me, today I have I have content that I have to record for you guys. I have a landing page I have to create for you guys for our stress webinar tomorrow. If you haven't heard, I do have a stress webinar. Every Thursday I do a lunch and learn topic, so about 12 p.m. It's about an hour long. So this week is on stress, so definitely check that out. So I'm working on the landing page for that so that you can have your replays. So I'll get that accomplished today. And I also have a whole set of videos on stress that I'll probably be posting today just to reinforce what we're going to talk about tomorrow, and so you have that education, right? So I have that, right? And so that's like two tasks, right? And then naturally, my third task is finishing on my chart notes for yesterday, and then I have patience for today. So that is pretty much gone with my work, right? We have four or five tasks with that. And so now I look at my home, right? So what do I need to accomplish with my home, right? So I'm going to put those tasks in my schedule. So going back to the work, right? So, once I get off, I'm going to work on, getting the content done. I have patience, so I'll have to do that. Then I'll do the landing page in the afternoon. So I actually put my schedule in there of what I need to accomplish. And I go with the flow. So let's say if I'm pushing or I'm a little bit tired, I will take a step back. I'm not going to force myself. I'm not going to be punitive with myself. I'm going to give myself lots of space, lots of abundance, lots of prosperity. There's no fear, there's no lack, there's no have to, right? It's more so just living in the flow of what needs to get accomplished. So back to my family. So now I've got to, maybe sweep the floors, maybe I need to, trying to think of some other things that I need to do. There's always some little task that needs to be accomplished, whether it's organizing or picking things up. I did a little bit already this morning, so some of those tasks are off my list, but we see if we have our family and our home, we put that in there. Naturally, I'll have to spend some time with my husband, so that'll be on my task list. I know that sounds horrible, but we want to make sure we put in everything, because otherwise we forget, especially me, as I work a lot, and I love to work, and so making sure that I make time for the important people in my life so that I'm not out of balance and I'm not unfocused. So on what's really important, right? So I get to put that in there. You can go ahead and put that in there, and then any last little bit. So that's kind of what sets your tone for the day. And then at the end of the day, you're going to go back and reflect on what needs to still be accomplished. So yesterday, my chart notes still needed to be accomplished. I was so tired after all my patients and all the work I did all day. So I just rested, knowing that today is a new day, and that I'll be able to do that. So releasing any shame, hey, touted kisses, releasing any fear, releasing any anxiety, releasing any have to, right? And just really having more grace, more wisdom, more love. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to reorganize some things today. Yes, definitely. That's on my task list. All right, so we planned our day, we structured our day, right? So now we can just be with it, right? We can be with our day and go with the flow, which is amazing. So today is Wednesday, February 26th. Tonight, this evening, is my Intro to Holistic Medicine class at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about therapeutic order as that applies to the data you're collecting. We're going to talk about ethical treatment. We're going to talk about how we use the data and what we do with the data, etc. And we're going to get more into kind of the practicality side of working with patients and working with people and resistance that comes up and all of that. So we'll be talking more about that this afternoon. Intro to Holistic Medicine is a self-paced course. It's completely free. If you want to register, you can click the link in the bio. If you want a certificate for the course or CEUs, there is a fee for that, and so you can get a certificate at the end. The fee for it is $39 per month, so 3 months, because it is a 3-month course. It's a 12-week course in its entirety. So 4 weeks we work on foundations, so we're in week 4 right now, building those foundations. We've talked about the history and suppression of holistic medicine. We've talked about subjective data. We've worked with a questionnaire, nutritional assessment, to see where our nutrient deficiencies are. Then we worked on objective data, so we're taking our pH levels and tracking those. And now we're going to put all that information together this week and really understand how we can apply this both with treating ourselves as well as with treating other people. So we'll work on that this week. And then as we work into part 2, we're going to work into all the modalities. So we're going to see how our pH levels and our heart rate shifts as a response to applying proper nutrition, applying stress management and meditation techniques, applying movement, those sorts of things. And then also remedies. So we'll add some remedies in there. And then the final section is really more of the clinical aspect of it and really getting it all together and getting it all organized and working clinically. So, yay! So we're excited about that. It's a 12-week course. You can register still. Also, last week my Lunch and Learn was hypertension. It was all about hypertension. So if you would like to know more about that and a holistic approach and how we do it, again, click the link in the bio. We also have a cardiac wellness collective. So every single month, all the content that I'm doing, I'm putting together, hey, facts matter, putting together all of the content. So again, we're really focused on the heart. It's Heart Health Month. So focused on your nutrition, your stress management, your movement, all of those things that really, apply to, your heart and your heart health. So making sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces in water, making sure that you're keeping your sodium down to, 1,000 milligrams per day, making sure that you keep your stress level down, especially with everything that's going on. So practicing meditation, practicing breath work, right? And then looking at some of the genetic factors. So if, let's say, you have low nitric oxide and we need to add more arginine, which is an amino acid, to the system. Remember, genetics is not just a prerequisite for, disease, right? Genetics only accounts for less than 20%. The rest is epigenetic, lifestyle, what we put our genes in. Chronic disease actually is driving our health care needs by about 80%. So 80% of most diseases that we're dealing with are actually from chronic lifestyle modifiable factors, meaning things that you can change, right? So while the healthcare system is an absolute shit show, we want to be proactive with our health instead of reactive. Nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to come and get us. We have to save ourselves. And so I'm going to teach you what I've been practicing for 20 plus years after 7 degrees, board certifications, hundreds of certs. Need I go on? For over 40,000 patients, all in general family practice. I kind of semi-retired out in 2023, moved overseas, left the United States, said enough. Especially, I was a doctor all through the Trump era COVID disaster. So I definitely didn't want to go through another public health insanity because I am a public health professional. And so really, it's about getting the information to you, the people, and making sure you know what you need to do in order to be proactive instead of reactive with your health. So super excited to teach you guys more. So check that out, Intro to Holistic Medicine. It's tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then we go into a deep dive on Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, also today I should mention, today I'm going to be on 100 Packs, his live panel. He's invited me to be on his panel, so it'll be a panel discussion. This is just on TikTok. I don't think we'll be on YouTube, just on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok and you follow me on there, definitely check me out. We'll be talking on a panel with some other holistic health people, really discussing holistic medicine and how you and your family can live naturally. So definitely check out the content. Register. I have to put the events on YouTube, on TikTok. They're all on YouTube so far. So, all right, my loves. Well, I'm gonna run for our day. Thank you guys so much for coming in and participating in Morning Flow. Again, I do this class Monday through Friday. It is a drop-in class. There are replays available in the playlist Morning Flow. So anytime you need a little pick-me-up and need a little bit of flow, it's right there for you. And so if you really reset and create that structure for the day, that's going to help you really throughout your day, right? Being more proactive instead of reactive, because there's going to be so many things being thrown at you, especially right now, right? Like I just watched a video about Trump Gaza. Okay, so things are going to be thrown at you that are going to be absolutely crazy. But if you really maintain yourself, your center, your personal power, self-love, self-worth, remember we called it all back from all the people we gave it to or stole it from us. So we're going to pull it back. We're going to be powerful, self-assured, confident, personal power, self-love, self-worth, self-appreciation, right? Because we're worthy, because we are, because that's our birthright. And nobody can take that from us. So, all right, my lovelies. I will see you guys tomorrow morning for morning flow. Until